I mean, when you look at how much disengage that is available at IG's draft, it is scary.
And it still does a ridiculous amount of work once you get into that mid game.
Jeje is leaning forward for a dive. They can make it happen. Maokai, one of the best turret divers in the game. Gotta be careful, though. It is a Leona, but the target is on Ezreal, waiting for him to shift before he commits the twisted advance. Jeje gonna flash away so that he doesn't take too much turret damage, and they can always look for another dive here after the turret damage has stopped ramping up. But Gala... Oh, but they have the bailout. Well executed, well timed. This bot lane is off to the races.
This is exactly what you want to see right here. Both of the kills, too, going down onto Gala.
With that move. Now, Beichuan has a moment where he's level 5. Alongside Feather, 3v1 versus the Shy. He's trying to clear out the wave as fast as possible, but he pops the Ghost. And now he's running away from safety. But you know what? I wonder how much time the Shy can stall here, and if anyone is going to get assist gold, it's just Hoya. So that is probably the best scenario that the Shy could have hoped for.
Really is. He's able to get the wave into what's a really good state for him, right? You can see it's just going to be pushing into him a little bit at this point.
And putting him into the bailout state before then looking for that final Ren. Just clean stuff from IG. Now, credit to ThunderTalk. They're the first ones to this grub rotation, since IG opted in to use their Kalista power to get that first dragon off the map. But IG still in a gold advantage.
So going through 3 would be more than fine, and grabbing that early Mountain Drake is going to make this laning phase a lot easier as well for the members of IG. Now, engage is happening.
Beichuan still has a flash. He's level 6, but they engage right on top of him, now flashing away after securing the crab. And he pops the Lilting Lullaby just before the Shy is able to close the distance. But the fight on the other side of the river is going haywire for ThunderTalk. IG have done away with Hoya, and they got Satab on the run. No flash, no fate sealed. He's just hoping for either a lucky base or an execute to the tower.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Sapling... Oh, it's just out of vision. That's so unfortunate right there. It's very much a win more kind of buff. If you never really get near the towers, you can't use them effectively. That's what IG are going to be banking on.
Imagine the mental damage that is done if you are able to beat a team that had 6 grubs over you. And it's not even like ThunderTalk don't have ways to actually make good use of that. You have a Yone, you have a Rumble who can overheat for that. ThunderTalk are now going to all in a 4-man dive on the top side just to shut the Shy down. Lilting Lullaby not even needed. It's just a great amount of CC. But the great answer by IG, 3-manning in the mid lane.
Down 1xn. They are going to lose this tower. Like you said, it is a good injection of gold. Mako needs to be a little bit careful here, stepping up into the face of quite a few enemies, but it's a free pushing rookie on the bottom lane, getting himself a ton of gold, a ton of tower plating.
They're down, but those guys are on the top side of the map. They're not, you know, involved in this play. Yeah.
Ooh, TP, never mind.
Well, the Shy is asking for a bailout, but he's not going to get one anytime soon because Hoya overheats and puts that guy in the dirt.
That's unfortunate. So much damage was being done right there. One pickup. It's so huge. It's such an important thing to have. Mako,
history repeats itself. Mako, no flash this time. Absorbs the solar flare. The Fate Seal follows up. Jeje is trying to CC Satab as long as possible, but this bailout is just going to extend the inevitable. Mako falls. The hostile takeover was already used, and IG are now down a tool to brute force their way back into the pit.
Area, but no, not going to be able to do anything here. Actually, might get caught. Hang on.
Jeje is forced to go in, but remember, he doesn't have an ulti. And what a beautiful equalizer! Hoya looked through Jeje's autobiography, knew exactly where he wanted to leave, and laid down the red carpet of death, and Jeje had no choice but to die.
Now you're giving 2 kills over to ThunderTalk and this Chemtech Drake. Exactly what ThunderTalk needed to try to get themselves back into this game. They do not want to be 2-0'd right here.
Hoya now flanking Gala. No flash on the Kalista. IG, they're collapsing. And the early game lead that they had for this Kalista has just been dashed away by ThunderTalk. It's uncontested. We may have not, you know, said it directly, but our tone was very clear. It was a very bold decision by IG to make, and a risky one at that. And now they might be paying the price as ThunderTalk able to capitalize on some mispositioning by IG and just forcing the play, seeing remnants of what made that ThunderTalk magic happen in the first split of the season.
This is the first gold lead that they've had all series long, and they're really looking to keep pushing it further forwards. OPLoLReplay gonna land. Nice.
Holy moly!
Oh
I don't know
my!
how that Zenith Blade landed, and 1xN is able to get vengeance for himself as that True Shot Barrage just neutralized
boy.
Gala. And the rest of IG are collapsing once again. ThunderTalk! A far cry from what we saw in Game 1. It's now IG on the back foot, stumbling and falling. ThunderTalk looking large in Game 2.
They're going to get a clean ace right here, and they've also got themselves the Rift Herald to be able to make this push hurt even more. All 6 Grubs too. We talked about how Grubs is a win more kind of buff. Well, ThunderTalk are winning, and here comes the more right now. They're going to be able to pick up 2 towers, maybe even get a charge onto the 3rd.
Definitely potential, since you have 6 Grubs on your side, trying to do as much damage as they can. Yeah. It might die before it gets there.
It will, but still, the fact that you were able to get even that much, you said it was a small gold lead, a modest gold lead. Well, this is now 6,000 gold of an advantage for ThunderTalk.
They're quelled, and now ThunderTalk, there's nearly 6,000 gold ahead. And at this point, IG, they're just hoping for a miracle fight to get themselves back in the game. Otherwise, it is game over. We might just be going to Game 3. The Fate Sealed lands onto Rookie. And this is just curtains. This is just a curtsy. Oh my goodness. You see Beitron getting fancy, flashing Q forward. Not even needing the lilting lullaby. Everyone from ThunderTalk is just styling on Invictus Gaming. The Otacon will be taken afterwards. But at this point, ThunderTalk have everything they need on the next fight to just run into the base.
Yeah, what did I say? I want a game number 3, and ThunderTalk are attempting to deliver right now. Another team fight where IG, they're just stepping up. They feel like they need to do something at this point in the game. They're falling far too far behind on the kind of composition that you can't afford to do that on. They get the Drake. They do. That is something for IG. They have got themselves onto Soul Point, but Beitron, as you are saying, we've got a minute now until Baron's going to spawn. Setab. Is he just caught? Yeah, he's just going to go down here. That's just another kill picked up. Oh, well, boy. Why there? The champions, you would rather be further behind right here. IG, though, right now struggling to get their own red buff.
Solar Flare fishing, equalizer, beautiful, right in that choke point. The rest of IG's backline forced to retreat as Setab tries to go in. The Soul Unbound keeps him alive. The Shy keeping Hoya and Setab back. But the rest of ThunderTalk can lurch on forward and just annihilate the backline. True Shot Barrage will do a number in Rookie's back. Mako could be falling next. 1xN not able to find it. But ThunderTalk have done enough damage that it's only Mako left. And this is game.
Yeah, this is going to be over right here. They've got themselves a ton of Grubs. They can step up. The Grubs will spawn. No, they're just going to wait for the wave. Don't want to go in a little bit too far. Looks like it's just going to be a base TP coming out right here from Hoya. With the timers going down. 4 seconds until JJ. 10 seconds until Gala. Way too long for anybody important to be back up and available. We're going to be going to Game 3.
Disaster scenario avoided for ThunderTalk. They're able to make the comeback happen, and we're going to Game 3.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.